Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Haley. I'm a cashless budgeter and caregiver who's working in a relationship with finances as well as working towards financial freedom. If that's something you're interested in watching, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below, and let's get into this video. Hey y'all, sorry for the noise in the background. AC unit is on and it's raining outside. So if you can hear all that, I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't drown me out too much. My throat is still a little itchy, so I can't really project my voice as much as I want to, but I'm going to try my best. So I wanted to do this quick kind of hodgepodge of updates, so when I start in August I actually have a cleaner start, I guess, and don't really have to over explain certain changes that have happened in recent weeks. So I'm going to start off with my student loans first, and I'll come back to my budget in a minute. But for my student loans, I have decided to focus on my smallest loan, or the one I've paid down the most. Interest has started accruing as of August 1st. It has not reflected on my account yet, but I know it's going to basically be back charged by the time I do see it on my account. So what I am planning on doing is, one, updating this chart because this is no longer correct. You guys voted in a previous impulse intervention, which I thank you guys for participating every single time. It really means a lot, and I am very indecisive, so I really do appreciate your input. And if you have any other input, please feel free to let me know, or leave a comment, or email me if you'd like, and I'd be happy to hear it. So I'm going to mark what we're left with here, approximately. So I'm going to put this as July 31st, 2025. And the $800 I was asking you guys to vote on which student loan to put it to. You guys voted for my smallest one. So it went down principal-wise to $5,000. And I'm going to put a note that this is the end of the interest forbearance. I'm so happy I spelled that right. At least I hope I did. I'll double check later. But I am basically going to mark all of this very quickly. Alright, so technically we're working with $5,000 left on this loan. I'm really excited about that. But now, with this loan being as low as it is, I believe it's collecting maybe $28 or so max per month, and that's with me making 0 payments whatsoever. What I am going to do is I am going to put as much of my part-time extra payments, avalanche payments, to my smallest loan, as well as what I would be paying to my larger Direct Plus loan into this loan to finish it by, I actually put up here as January, but I want to change that. Erase this real quick. And sorry if I'm shaking you guys with the desk. But my goal, I guess new goal, would be to get this paid off by the end of December of this year. December 2025. More than likely the end of the year. I'm not including any potential bonus because I don't know if we're getting a bonus yet. We usually do every year of some amount, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to. I'd appreciate it, but I'm not going to plan for it, if that makes sense. So how I intend on working down this $5,000 and probably better shown here. So what I've done is I've taken the $800 I budget during my regular full-time check, and I have redistributed it so that my Direct Plus loan is really as low as I'm comfortable with it being, and that it's covering the interest and eating the principal a little bit at a time, but not to the same extent as the standard $550 payment would. This will more than likely stay like this until I finish my Stafford 1 loan completely, and then once I do that, this whole entire of the 800 will go straight to my Direct Plus loan, or snowball into my Direct Plus loan. This 182 is obviously not correct necessarily. It's based on 31 days or an entire month of interest accruing, even though I pay it intermittently in like 28 or 27, so it'll be slightly lower than this, but I'll still have at least $10 or $20 going to the principal each time. I'm not really concerned about how low I can get my Direct Plus loan right now. I'm just more so concerned about not having interest accrue so that it doesn't capitalize onto my loan. Alright, so that is that major change that we'll see here starting this month in August. Other changes, my insurance actually went down for my car insurance, but I'm still budgeting the same number because there could be a fluctuation. I like having extra buffer in my account, so it might go towards that. Something comes over by a couple of cents, it can go towards that. So I decided to keep the same budgeted number, and then it's like a $7 difference every month, honestly. So it's not a huge difference, or at least not enough for me to want to change this budgeted number. So I decided to keep that the same. And then coming down to my variable savings, most of these you've already seen and are the exact same. The difference is probably in these two lines right here. So I've decided to just make restuffing a variable savings line item instead of breaking down where I'm going to put money every 2 weeks. Mostly because I am trying to rebuild my savings, for one. And for two, I want it to be as flexible as possible, because there might be times where I'm used to putting money in a particular binder that may not need it at this moment in time, or they're not necessarily priority to me at this moment in time. So what I've decided to do is just have a general number of $100, which could be more or less depending on the check and how life is rolling at the moment, and then just restuff into my binders as necessary. What I am contemplating doing is having my priority envelopes be from my first check, and then my second check be more of envelopes I would like to stuff, but I don't necessarily need to. Or I can keep it how I had it, as far as certain binders be on my first check and certain ones be on my second one. I have not decided that yet, but I just wanted to keep it open on here budget-wise, so that I can just figure it out as we go along. And intentional spending, so it's been the same. My impulse intervention, you guys voted on the $16 going to, I think student loans is winning right now. A month ahead being a close second. So more than likely the 16 will be going to my student loans, but if I have enough to have another 16, I may send that or round it up to 20 and put it into my month ahead fund. So we'll see about that. Anyway, new item, ta-da! And I know it's not a priority, but I am automating some savings to travel. Now, am I traveling anytime soon right now? No, not particularly. But I do want to, one, save up for my passport renewal, which I believe is around $200 because I had the book that was gone a lot of places that required a passport. So I decided to just renew my passport and get the book again. So I don't really have much to update information wise. So that'd be $200 for that. And then I also want to start saving for smaller trips that aren't necessarily like big, grand, I need to pack days in advance type, but I like going to different events which require traveling. I want to eventually, this is up in the air, eventually do at least 1 or 2 5Ks and travel for those. So there's one locally I could do, and then there's one I would like to do that's more so on the other side of the US and in Canada. So those are big ideas. Those are going to be a whole year or two down the line, but I wanted to start putting tidbits away now so that when it comes time and I actually pick what I want to do, I don't have to pull from other sinking funds and or scramble or go to debt in order to try to get it done. So travel will be automated monthly, along with my other weekly and monthly automated savings. Alright, and just in case, you guys will see it later anyway, but I've also decided to put my part-time and my full-time next to each other. Since I'm not breaking down what binders I'm putting into for my full-time, I have space on the other side of the sheet that you would usually use to put my part-time breakdown here. And nothing has changed in this regard, with the exception of I'm less likely going to be using this check for restuffing. It's going to more than likely be just for outside of tithes. It's going to come out regardless. Student loan payments, any like small change I want to put into my brokerage, and retirement. And that's basically it. Yeah, so that's the logistics side of all of this. I'm going to put that over there. And quick binder update before I forget as well. So you guys have seen all of these binders anyway, but this was my Thriving 30s Future Funds binder. I decided to focus it on one of my future fund goals and keep it going that way. So right now it's building up, building up 10K for emergency savings. Will the challenges in here make up to 10K? No, but I like them and I want to get them started. This is really my flower binder at this point. So I'm using, from my budgeting bestie Madi at Floating Funds, her Flower Farm Box Challenge, as well as the extension pack that I got with this as well, to start saving towards that goal. Will I get to it by 30? Probably not, as my primary goal right now is to get my student loans gone. But once I get my student loans gone, I'll really be adding more funds to this, getting the ball rolling. But for right now, this is kind of a mandatory something. I don't have a number necessarily that I would like to put in here on a regular basis, but I know anything is better than nothing, and I have to put something into this binder. So you guys will more than likely see this a fair amount in my cash stuffings. And I still have the Virtue and Bloom challenge from the Humble Budgeter that I'll be doing as well. Alright, so that's that binder. And then these two lovely binders. You guys haven't seen this one in a minute. If you remember, this is my sloth binder, or my big ticket binder, and it still is my big ticket binder, but now I'm actually dedicating it to something. So these two binders are technically going to be my home binder. The main difference is this binder and the challenges in them is for my current situation, and right now the current situation is looking more so of looking more like a renovation type focus. So all the money that's in here will be going to things that have to do with my current living situation and or renovations that are needed. You're still looking at different avenues on how to do that, and trying to coordinate a bunch of people at one time is a lot of work. So I know that I, in the hierarchy of people and things, am not very high on that list of making decisions in that regard, but I do want to have something to make my fair contribution with. So that's what this binder is going towards, and my big ticket binder is going towards my own personal future home. I'll say that will be in my name, my property, mine. What that's going to look like, I don't know, which is why it's going to be fairly long term, and I don't have a timeline. That's a better way to put it. I don't have a timeline for when I need to get this binder done or how much to put in here. So I'll just take it as it comes, and right now, open it very quickly. Right now, I still have my every dollar counts envelope in here. This is the envelope that home savings will go in. I've put in different things I would like to save for, things I would like to save for, like furniture and decor, site prep if necessary, appliances, bedrooms, pest control, maintenance, structural care. This envelope, finance and mortgage, this is where the $5 weekly is going into. So this challenge is still going. I'm just not actively putting more into it at this present time. Then other sections like bathroom, laundry room, things I'd like to save for. This one is empty. I haven't decided what I want to put here. If you guys have any suggestions that I may not be thinking of that you're not seeing, feel free to let me know in the comments. I think I've covered a lot. But anyway, this envelope is open just in case something in the future comes up. And then kitchen, appraisals and inspections, moving, and 4 walls fund, aka emergency fund. Alright, and I still have challenges that I'm reusing, actually. This first one that I'll be reusing is from Madeline Budgets. Love her as well. I'll leave her channel down in the description. And this Life and Technicolor challenge, I've already scratched off the entire thing, but I am also just going to probably roll a dice 1 through 10, and well, actually I have to use 12 sided because this is 11. Anyway, roll a dice, and whichever number it lands on, save that amount in this binder. Again, this is slow and steady. If I have extra funds to put in here, cool. If I don't, that is perfectly fine, but it's a start. The main point that this is a start. Alright, and then again, this binder is for a current situation. I am using the Home Sweet Home box challenge from my budgeting bestie Alexis at Giant Outlaw Games and Budget. Her channel will also be down in the description below. And I'm doing her box challenge for the renovations, as well as any scratch offs that I get from past Etsy purchases I have made. Right now, I am doing this mystery $50 savings from, I have so many besties right now at this point, but my budgeting bestie Claudine at Foxy Finances. Her channel will be in the description below. So I'm using the scratch offs at the moment, and I have some others that I will introduce as I go along. And this is my most recent one. Just keep calm and pretend you know where you put the important stuff. This is from Lindsay at Boy Mom Loves to Save. I'll leave her channel down in the description below. And what I'm thinking of doing for this after I finish other challenges is, once I scratch off, all the numbers are 4 through 15, I'll probably try to have at least $20 for this. And whatever the scratch off number is, I put it in this binder, and whatever the round up to 20 is, I'll put into my future home binder. Or at least something of that nature. It's still a work in progress, and it's an idea, not set in stone yet, but just a thought. And then I'm also doing the Race to the Ice Cream Truck collab. This was started by Steph at Savvy Girl Saves and Madi at Floating Funds. I will leave all their channels and information down in the description below. I have done 2 rounds for the challenge. I will either link it at the end of this video, depending on how long it is, or just upload it separately as a short or something. But yeah, it's me, Maddie, and Julie from Julie's Pages. We are one team, and then Steph, Anna from Anna Banana Budgets, and Key from Saving Dough with Key are on another team. So I don't know if we're buying each other ice cream, but that would be great. I am a big Oreo cookie and cream fan. That's just that's just me. I'm actually not really a big fan of cold stuff, but I will sacrifice that for Oreo cookie and cream milkshakes. So that is that. And I'm also doing the 2026 calendar from Andrea at No Bucks Given. She has a low and higher denomination challenge. I'm working on both. Getting through the low one first, and then going to move on to the higher one probably by the end of this year, beginning of next year. Just to get a head start, because technically it's not 2026, but you know, it's going towards a good cause at this point. So yeah, that is all of my updates, just so that I don't talk you guys to death in future videos. About it. I thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far in the video, please leave any ice cream emoji down in the comment section below. Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a blessed evening, day, night, wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye guys.